Today, we are going to be focusing on that. We are going to be focusing on is my top reads of this year. It actually is not the books I have read this year and I absolutely loved. So, grab your cell phone and we're going to go through the books I have read this year. And these books that I read this year, oh my gosh, it was an amazing year of reading. But one's actually quite almost done, but I probably won't be reading tomorrow because my bestie's coming over. So, let me get on my Goodreads app. And we're going to go to my reading challenge. Okay, I've read great books this year. So the first one I read was A Bit of God Time, Morning and Evening Devotions, Broad Street Publishing Group LLC. That was pretty much like talking about how the Lord loves us and how much He means to us. They're like many things running in day and night ones. That one was a really fun one to read also. But this one was an amazing book, and I'll show you the book. This one was an amazing novel. I really loved reading this one. I finished it a beginning of this year, and it's like, okay, this was honestly a really good read, and only because I loved it that much that I was seriously will read it again. The next one is by Vincent McMahon. Islands of the Graves, number 6. The Unwanted series. And this book was honestly really good. And I believe I have it up here. Let's see if we can find it. But actually, we're not going to find it, but I'm just going to read what I wrote of this one. This book was about a group of kids. They went to a magic school that they learned everything about magic. This was a great book. I hear the audiobook on YouTube. They couldn't find the cafeteria. They had used magic. They found a magic hallway that led to other parts of the magic school. This story was kind of like Harry Potter. And I can tell why it was kind of like Harry Potter, because the animals of the group was like just animals. And I thought that was honestly really, really fun. So the next one is going to be Dreamland by Nicholas Sparks. This one was a shocker to me, and only because Nicholas Sparks, his writing never disappoints me. And the next audiobook is actually by Nicholas Sparks, and I can't wait to finish the one I'm actually reading. I'll read it. Mine was honestly kind of long. Kobe was a farmer on his aunt's property, and he was in Florida in Morgan. She is from Chicago. Kobe hung out with her and her friends, and ended up her and her friends, who are big group on TikTokers. That they do different dance routines on TikTok. Morgan wanted to be a Oregon and singing. This guy named Kobe, he told her a lot about herself, about his family, his sister Paige. And that's what I'm gonna say because it was honestly really, really long. So that one was an amazing book. It was really good, but with too many cricketers, you kind of get confused. But at the end, it all made sense. This next one I heard is by Stephen King. It's The Mist. You already talked about great thriller. This was an amazing novel, and I absolutely loved it. So this book was honestly about, I'm just going to read my review so you guys have a good intake, but it's honestly about a family lived by a lake. There a little boy named Billy saw some mist coming from the lake. They all thought it was a flood or a tornado, but it wasn't. There was some kind of creature. It looks like an octopus with tentacles coming out from the body of the octopus. Eat people. The project that Arrowhead home back in the day military project faced the group of people went inside a vehicle to drive off. Billy was asleep. Read this novel. You know, Nicholas Sparks is full of thriller and all stories, pretty much. But this one was honestly a really great read, and I'm glad I read a Stephen King novel. I heard it because when I tried to read it a year ago, I couldn't get into it, but hearing it was honestly the key to figure it out. Because it was such an amazing novel. This one was my number one favorite. It was my first Kristen Hanna novel, and I absolutely loved it. It's by Kristen Hanna. It's called Angel Falls. So I'm only going to read a little bit of it, so you guys get a good intake. But it was honestly about that Campbell family a lot of great years. Michaela was riding her horse in the miniature. When she got back from the trail, Michaela hit her head on the barn post so that she did not wake up at all. Her daughter tried to wake her up. Josie put her hand on the back of her head. All of Dizzy's hands was bloody. She ran to her father. Then he reached out to the barn and yelled for Josie to call 911. They showed up. Liam's son, Brent, yelled for his mom to wake up. Brent starts to cry at the hospital, where Michaela had to hide out. She has in a coma. There was a doctor at the hospital. He called her first husband, Julian True. Is she worth from that her mom, Rosa, lets me out on her bedside, made me, Michaela, got her memory back. She went home to her family. Really, actually, Jimmy Choo in the book actually is a celebrity, like a famous actor, but his real name wasn't actually Jimmy Choo. It was some other name, but I forget what the name was. But this one was my number favorite of this year. And the one I cannot didn't get into is actually by Gilligan Flynn. It's called Gone Girl. But I didn't really like this one because I couldn't get into it. And only because it, honestly, that's why I didn't like it. I couldn't figure out how the whole storyline was going to be. But this is on the story of it. Amy disappeared. They couldn't find her. Nick was so upset. It was the day of their anniversary. She disappeared. Can you find her, Nick? Called her parents. They gonna try and they kept looking day and night to find her. They had 100 at ex-boyfriend's mansion. Amy expect everything. I love this book. It was a great read. So I didn't get quite into this novel because it was really, really difficult to get to. But actually, this one did put me into reading it now because it was kind of like, how am I gonna explain this? It was kind of like in one of those ID shows kind of thing. Like you cannot find this person and they're probably gone forever, but they end up finding their way back. This next one, oh my gosh, my second favorite. When I heard this one, it's by Melissa De La Cruz. It's got Cinder and Glass. Oh my gosh. This was a great, great all-around novel. I love this one. And I totally, when I heard it, I totally can, and I know I totally can't relate to it, but parts I could. So this book was really good. Read. I loved it so much I couldn't put it down. Timothy think that was a very young girl named Cinderella. Lived in America but had to move to Paris, France, when her father passed away from some poison in his tea. Few months went by. Lady Catherine married into the family. I did not like her stepdaughter at all. She tried to poison her stepdaughter the same way she did her husband, and she king of the courts in Paris, France. I have course there was a group of gals that who was present in the court to marry the prince. He picked a Dutch girl to marry him, and ever after. So this one was honestly a really all good book, and only because I love Paris, France. This was the kind of book for me to seriously kind of explore with favorite friends. Honestly, like, that was more like the Bachelor kind of thing. The part I absolutely loved. This was a great all-around book. I loved it, and seriously, would we read it again? Because it was that unique of a book that seriously we couldn't put it down. So that one was Melissa Dillacou's version of Cinderella, pretty much. A retelling of Cinderella, but in a different format. This next one, oh my gosh, this book I absolutely enjoyed because it was really that good. It's by Caroline King. It's the first of the Nancy Drew, The Secret of the Old Clock. Oh my gosh. To talk about an all-time classic, this one was an all-time classic. And only because from back in the day, they read this kind of stuff. So, this one was honestly about like kind of like a mystery, kind of like a book. When Nancy Drew of the Thieves taking Punisher, she noticed a little girl named Judy. And the quick answer you want down to Judy screamed very loud, and she found her to carry her back home. Judy, great aunts came at the house. Surgery went great. They made her up. Judy said, "Thank you to come by." If she was trying to figure out the rest, she hates the pieces. Yeah, she made her friends have the money just to have other friends. So this one, the first one has to do was kind of like couldn't figure out the mystery, but finally figured it out. The mystery was about this guy named Yasudu, and it was honestly a really good novel. Because if you can relate to something like this in real life, I think that'd be pretty kind of fun and cool. And only because it was just a really good. It was really a good read because I love this book. I do want to read the second one this next year to see what the second one is about. And it was just a great all-around book figuring out the world of Mr. Calloway, pretty much. But it was honestly a really funny book. It pulled me out quite good. So this next book is by Lauren Kate. And this book is called Fallen. Oh my word, talk about a great dark romance. It was that good of a book that you can figure out there's the enemies to lovers, friends of friends, and just great all around. So, Fallen was about a girl who went back to boarding school, short and cross. She did not know they had to phone restrictions. They're not allowed to have their phones on them because that was the kind of school they were. They were the loose met of the night. Meet the librarian, and she didn't know how evil she was. This book was like a dark fantasy romance legendary, wonderful love story for any YouTuber should read. And parents, they came along. Her father had all of her favorite foods. Is rice. A great day. Luce was part of the swim team and she got first place. Towards the end was in private that the book and Finding Love every time one of the teachers had a helicopter to save Luz. Well, this one, like I said, it was like Duck Fantasy, some romance in it, but some the characters actually, I think one got killed, if I remember the book. But I was great on the book when I first started reading this book. It's like, maybe I shouldn't be reading this, but I ended up hearing it and loved it. It was kind of like enemies to lovers kind of thing. But it was honestly a really, really good book. This next one. This one was my favorite science fiction book. It's by Shonda Messenger, The Keeper of the Lost Cities, book number 1. So this one was about Keepers of the Lost Cities, book number 1. The novel was a great 5-star read. Was the best. Sophie goes on to the Lost Cities as a human, but made some friends along the way. One of her friends from the Lost Cities that are coming to visit the Lost Cities, his dad. He's wants her to stay. So she did. She met a lot of other people. The people who let her stay with the Edmund and Greenville. Their daughter passed away. Her name was Judy, but they never messaged her as much. Sophie Foster was like a daughter to them, and nothing to happen to her. She kept going, getting in trouble, but she always gets out of trouble. Well, the first book was, they were like on a wild chase kind of thing, but in the beginning, there was, I forget the name, but this book was one of my other favorites because it was so unique in a different way. And Sophie almost was dead at one time, but she didn't. She stayed with the two people that her one friend. I forget the name, but it was honestly a good book. I loved it. This next book was actually like a summer book. The Tales of Emily Misnap. By Liz Knisser. The Tales of Emily Misnap, the first novel. I honestly love this book. This was my favorite summer read, and I'm glad I read it. Emily Misnap was a gal who loved by the ocean, on a house boat for just her mom at school. Was on the swim team, and she got in the pool. Her legs Braid is a sharp of shape of a mermaid tail. Her dad was a merman. Her mom was like a dolphin. She had so different intakes about her mom and dad. She had her dad in a prison cell. He had to go had to go. Let's go, they said. They now could live on a desert island. Well, that kind of intakes, but it was I want to say it was kind of like a mermaid kind of thing, but it's totally different because the prison was an underwater prison. But there was some parts that was blown my mind was so like, okay, where is the storyline taking me? Well, they take me like a smooth like the ocean kind of vibe, more like a summer kind of thing. So this next one, oh my gosh, this is another favorite of mine. This was by Krista Harmel, but this one was actually before I tell you the name of this book. Another book actually got me started like the World War II kind of thing. So this book was totally up my alley on this one, and because it was amazing. I absolutely enjoyed this book. And I was talking about a lot of Olaf Hitler. I get my best friend into this kind of stuff, and she has a different perspective of this book. So, this is my intake of the book. Uma was lost in the forest. She was a daughter of Olaf Hitler in the decades ago. Her mom was a Jew, but a family took her and couldn't find her parents. Her dad was a bad man who killed a lot of innocent people, and I love God's chosen people. This book was also about when all that got to be really bad guy by keeping innocent people in their killing innocent people and their children. Really, actually, this one was a little hard. I heard it, but I didn't really read it. I heard it, and this was honestly a really, really awesome novel. In World War II, it's like talking about the real life stuff. And I'm gonna read this year is Jacob Harris, because that was more of Olaf Hitler kind of thing. But the other one, I heard in the beginning of the month of the new year of 2023 was The Diamond Eye by Kate Quinn. But that one was kind of about try to save yourself kind of thing. And the World War II vibe was actually a Vietnam War. But that book had a lot of swear words. I didn't like it at all. That one only got a 2-star rating. And that got me into World War II pretty much. But it was kind of like, and the president at that time was Franklin D. Roosevelt, and his wife pretty much too. They had dinner and this gal, she was from Germany, so she had to leave. She had to leave her son to go onto this video now more, but it was kind of like, okay, where is the story not going? But instead I figured it out. It was a World War II novel. Sorry, my nose. It's a bit short, but. So it was, honestly, I want to say a great book, but it wasn't really one of my favorites, because it only had a 2-star rating, and it says a 2-star rating to this day. And that's how I got into the World War II kind of thing. So this next book, oh my gosh, this book kind of broke my heart a little bit. But it was all like, kind of like an act kind of thing. It's by Mickey Daughtry and Rachel Novakis. All this time. It wasn't good, like, there's a scary vibe to it. It was kind of like, okay, where is this going kind of thing. So this one was honestly about, all this time was a great story. It was about a high school kid named Kyle and his girlfriend named Kimberly. They had a car accident. Thought Kimberly died, but she didn't. It was a really bad nightmare that came to life. He met Arlie. They fall in love, but the night got even worse. It was Arlie going to Kimberly's grave at the graveyard. It ended a really bad nightmare. She did not really die. She was getting ready for college, a different college school, back at high school. Sorry, that was my bestie. She needs. Never mind. And then let me go back to my reading challenge here. What was it? All this time. Okay. A really, really bad nightmare. She did not die. She was getting ready for college at a different college school, back at high school. They had their Christmas carnival. Marty and Kyle had their first kiss. And the end of the story, but Marty was in a car accident that made her pass away. Really, actually, it started out really, really slow when I heard it, but all around, it was just a wonderful book. But part of the book did get kind of confusing when Kimberly was looking at different schools. Kimberly thought she died, but actually it was just a really bad nightmare. That's all that one was about. This next one is by Franklin W. Dixon. And it's the first of the Hardy Boys. This one was 2 mysteries in one. So this one is called The Tower Treasure, The House on a Cliff. So this one was the best story ever. Let's just say that. So this one was about 2 boys named Frank and Joe Hardy, a detective's son. They got a mystery of their dad is a detective. They didn't know who stole a car, but on a farmland in the woods near a park. They thought it was kind of weird, but they also figured out the Tower Mansion mystery, that the stolen property was in a water tower. Meaning the 2 Hardy boys got over 1,000, but the old man gave both of the boys $5,000 for to hide the poverty. Bringing it back, they had a great supper of sandwiches, cold drinks, and cake, and their parents were so proud of them. They actually a little bit more intake of this novel. This novel actually surprised me. At first, it was a little hard to read, but I ended up loving this book. It was just another old-time classic from back in the day, but this one was amazing because I absolutely loved it. This next book kind of scared me a little bit. So this is by Jordan and Anderson. Oh my god, this book was amazing. 13 Wishes series, The Mummy Thief. This one kind of scared me a little bit. Like I was kind of like jumping and stuff. So, all around, this story was about Rosie in the attic. Her mom does not come out from her room. One night, when Rosie was born in a haunted hospital that goes in that hospital, the main witch, Christy took the brother, put him in their water and pond. And when Rosie got older, her and her friend can come over. The girls had something down in the basement. They heard the voices. They couldn't figure out what they were saying. The ghost broke the house. Rosie and her mom had to stay at Rosie's friend's house. One night, Rosie and her friend and into the woods. They went into the cave, found the murderer. This one kind of did scare me, and only because it was honestly because about this. Rosie's mom was one of those witches, and now Rosie's turning into one. But there was like so many things going on in the book that I couldn't explain because it was like I don't want to say like a murder kind of thing. It was more like kind of like it was kind of like My Name Is Not kind of thing, like scary, beautiful, very, very intimate. It was why I say intimate, because it was like, okay, where is this going? And one of the ghosts, Edgar Christie, was one of the witches, of course. And then the flies were part of that. Scary part of it was Rosie couldn't figure out why her mom didn't know who like talking and all that. It was talking about some kind of animals kind of thing. But that was more like a thriller kind of thing. This next one, oh my gosh. This one is amazing. This is actually by Martin and Martin. And it is the series of the Basics Club number 10. Logan likes Marianne. This book is awesome. It was a short book, but it was honestly really, really good. The Babysitter's Club, Logan Likes Marianne, it was about just babysitting children, but the kid who goes to high school with the Babysitter's Club gals. He moved to an area and wanted to make some friends. So he got invited to the Babysitters Club meeting. And when the baby with the Babysitter Club gals, Mary and they had some fun with the kids. And I get in liking her. So there was a big surprise party. Logan did it, and it was a boy and girl party. Marianne stepped back home. Actually, ran back home. Went to bed. Then the day of her birthday, there was a Babysitters Club meeting. Visitors coming really asked. It really wasn't a meeting. It was celebrating Mary Ann's birthday, her big 13th birthday. So it's kind of like this book. So Logan was kind of like, okay, I like you kind of thing, and they went to a school dance thing. So it was really cool. So this next one, I actually read the Bible and finished it. Was it yesterday or the day before? I don't remember. But this book was absolutely amazing. So this one's, before we get started, this one's by David Jeremiah. It's called New King James Version, Airship King's Kids Study Bible, hardcover Holy Bible, New King James Version. And this one was really cool. Because it's like, so this one was about, I enjoy Bible so much. You are a lot of different stories of the specific Bible. David Jeremiah did a great job writing this book because it was so good. You can learn a lot when you start reading it blow your mind. It blew my mind. Actually, it was these many the Old Testament and the New Testament were both, like, seriously, stepping out and taking a step near more the Lord. And it was, all the stories were perfect in every single way. Like, from the beginning into the Revolution. And there's all these different stories, like the story of David, the story of John, Genesis. So, yeah, that one was really good. Like, the one I don't know so many. It's this one will be added. This one. But I want to honestly wait to tell you what this book is about. But let's just say I want to do no spoilers, so let's just say this one was a really good novel to hear. This was my first Kingsbury. I love this author because this author is just amazing. The book I really am almost done reading is my favorite book author, 3 Weeks with My Brother. This one opened up another whole genre for me, but this was not quite done yet. When it's done, I'll do a mini vlog for the ones after those are done. And these two are almost done. Almost done. This one is a great book. I got this one for my birthday from my mom. And oh my word, it will help you tremendously. Through jealousy, through being in love, paying more attention to the Lord. This one's a great book. This one is God is always with me. But this is gonna help me find the right path to be in. And it's just all in one great novel. And this is one of the books I'm not done reading. One is our book club book. And we're actually getting through this quite good. This one, Never After the 13th Fairy by Melissa De La Cruz. But I'm not ready to read this one because we're still, honestly, reading it for book club. And I absolutely am loving this novel. Let's just say it's a book series. That's all I can say. And I want to put out no spoilers because of that. This one I'm going to continue to read after the Nicholas Sparks one is done. And I'm going to say this one is honestly a really good novel. I loved it that much. And it was, oh my word, the chapters are based on Disney movies. Disney movies. So this one is amazing. I love this novel. This will not be reading for our nighttime read. Only on Sundays and Wednesday nights. It's Kristen Hand on the 4 minutes. But I don't want to do any spoiler intake. Because when I'm done reading this book, it's going to take me a while. But this one is going to be a great, so far it's a great book. I don't want to share, but it's going to be about the good old days, pretty much. So that's all I'm going to say on that. Time for the shoutouts. We're doing double, because last week we didn't do any. This one is Ava Fully Family Fan _ So this one I already followed. This one is Dana _ and a _ Nessia _ Forever. So we are gonna hit that one. Oh, so here's the ones we're gonna be doing. Okay. This one is a Forever and Posy. This is a fan page, kind of. But if you can tell, there's like so many photos, old photos of the Brand family and the Foley family. So we can tell on that one the different families, of course. So we are gonna hit follow on that one. This next one is Sheller Rose Clark. And this one is account one by okay. So about the baby picture, so we're gonna hit we are gonna hit follow. And the other one? This next one. The brand _Phobia _Fist more. So there's the different intake ones on this one. There's a different family. So we're just gonna hit follow. And we have the Braxtons. The brands but with an X in it. So we also are gonna hit follow on the other one. That's another family one. And then we're doing this one. Yeah. Oakley.Oli. So we're gonna follow. Check the other photos of that kind of stuff. No, I'm not doing that one. This one's the brand dot family 215. So we're gonna follow those on me. The 2 pictures right there. So I believe that's gonna be our last one. Okay, this is our lesson MA_fan page. So we're gonna hit follow. So those all these other photos to check out. So that's all for the job of the shadows this week. We usually do the top view. So we have one tip of the Lord and one question tip, and of course our edited tips. And I can't wait for my Christmas present from my dad this year. Before we start the tips, I'm getting my candle. I am super excited. And I'm probably gonna own one, like the rest of the book YouTubers here on BookTube. I'm planning on getting a candle, and I'm super excited. So I can do a ton more reading, take you to my day program. When I start this day program, of course. But I also want to, let's do the tips. The first tip of the Lord. The Lord is awesome. He's lovable. He loves us. We pray a lot for the Lord. I pray my to get answered, and I'm going to be going to a different day program. Of course, but I don't want to say what it is because they do that kind of shows and stuff. I used to be there, but the Lord leads us to where we are happy. It was why I said that because I am really excited, and I do want to tell you guys that this program, they do shows and all that fun stuff, and I can't wait to be back. I feel like going back to my dreams. Like my singing and acting, of course. They do shows, they do a lot of cool, fun music stuff, and I do want to a quick shout out to Michelle Wheeler. You're the best person ever. And I'm glad to be back. I'm really excited. And just to let you all know that Michelle Wheeler, she's amazing. And not just love her to pieces. She's just a sweetheart. So, I kept dreaming, but going back to this day program, the Lord finally answered me saying, okay, I'm not going to put you out of this storm for you to go back. And He said it happened. And I couldn't have been more happier. But back what we were doing. So that's the tip of the Lord. And this week is going to be my last week at studio. So no hard feelings for the ones who are watching this particular vlog. The next tip is the first tip. Well, my bestie is coming over tomorrow to hang out. And we know our homegirl Danielle Jose. We might do a bit of something on the channel that I think Danielle might really enjoy. Our homegirl Danielle Jose, the bestie of the best. And yeah. First, I'm going to come over just to hang out, have fun. This is a Mystic Bus movies. And just have a great on my fun. Excuse me, sorry about that. And that was the offensive tips. Now the edited tips. Okay, guys. But that's part of my dinner. The other tips are, if you see something cool and you really want to get it because it is a real life thing. There's a phone thing you can put your phone in, and there's another thing you can put your iPad in. And I might get one. And that's really, really kind of cool. So the other tips this week is, make sure if your subscribers are stuck, try to turn on private and turn off private. Turn on private and then turn that off. So you know how to, you know. If you're still having trouble on Goodreads, well, all you have to do is go to the progress thing and just reprogress your Goodreads. So you can do your reviews in the apps. I didn't know how to do that until I figured it out on my own. It was really, really easy. And now I can write my reviews. Now after I finish a book. I didn't be able to read today or able to read tomorrow, but I will read on Monday. Reading is amazing. I can't wait to get my Kindle for Christmas for my dad. I'm really excited. So I can read some books by some different book authors that I really am excited for, and I can't wait for the Goodreads app right on that. I'm still a booktuber, but I don't have a candidate of it yet. But I am super, 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 super excited for that. And I want to do one shout out to my boyfriend after reviewing me. Babe, I love you. You're everything to me. And you're such an amazing person, honey. I love you so much. I can't wait to talk to you tomorrow night. Okay, that was a shout out to my boyfriend. It is our homeboy, Matthew Veronelli. The BF. So if I don't have him, just pick a random book. At some point, and probably let him read the back of it. Or something. We might do a special vlog for that. But I really am hoping that we get more guest stars like we had my dad on my last vlog. We did, and you guys did honestly enjoy that. The Let's Go Shopping vlog. That was honestly really fun to do. And trust me, there will be more of that. There will be more of that. So, yeah, so if you guys are new to Basic Gibbons, you could check out my other vlogs I have on here. You guys have been doing an amazing job. If you are new, check out the other vlogs. Check out our book family community. And just, you can leave a comment saying, I'm new. If you don't in the comments, you can say, I'm new to this channel. And you can also check out my two favorite book YouTubers. That's how I figured out to be a booktuber. Haley in Bookland, she's just amazing. Her vlogs, I never miss a vlog of hers. Because her vlogs are amazing. And just out. They're both already great booktubers. And they have so many different... If you are a new booktuber, please put it down in the comments. I would love to check your channel out to see if you're ready to be put on the book channel of the month. Oh, by the way, I want to tell you guys who the book channels on the month are. Haley Bookland is one of them. Just Out, my two favorites. And we do have some new. Let me just go to the channel and tell you who they are. I forgot to do that part. for our book channel of the month, we have a clockwork reader. I want to check that out tonight. And this one, some of these are new. Jamie's Library. Check that one out. The Book Leo. Check her out. And this one is Bonnie Beetle. Check her out. She does a lot of books. Also. And this one is Sarah Koala. Check her out. It's hard to say some names. Even my two favorites, Haley and Bookland. Never miss a vlog of her sisters are amazing. Just Al, so please check her out. And we have, this one's a new channel. Okay, got to read them all. And learn them all. And she's honestly new. Yeah, if you want to be a book channel, if you are new, please just put us down in the comments. And if there's a question, I will personally answer that. And I did have a comment from somebody who I met from a store. She's also really good at that. I want to give a shout out to real quick. You're amazing. Sorry, guys, for that. So that's my mini garbage can. So thank you to come to Basic Books. If you are new, check out other vlogs. Click down to the red subscribe button down below. And click on navigation button right next to the red subscribe button. All my links will be down in the description. You can check it out, even my Goodreads. And just, even for my book familiars. If we have a new person, please welcome them in. They love to be welcomed in because the new people are amazing. So just welcome them in warmly and nice as possible, and only because we are the kind of channel that we don't do personal drama here at Lazy Good Books, because it's a drama-free zone for the newcomers. We don't do personal drama, so some of you guys don't know that. So here at Lazy Good Books, it's good and clean. If there's any drama on this channel, I will remove that person. Just saying. But, okay. Yeah, hit that navigation bell, hit that subscribe button. All my links are going to be down on the description down below. And just have a great Monday night, day, evening. And I do want to say a question. What's a question to you guys? What country or state what country or state are you from? And I would love to know, so please put us down in the comments below this vlog, so I know what state and country you guys are from. And I would love, seriously, see where my subscribers are from. And I think it'd be a cool idea if we could do something really fun for all my subscribers and viewers. Thank you to come to Lazy Good Books. It's always a fun way to read. We recently finished the Bible, but we are sticking reading. This next year is going to be totally different for Lazy Good Books, because we're going to be reading the whole entire book. That I'm actually quite excited for. Yeah, but I just wanted to start that off on a good note. But just remember, you guys are amazing, and I love you guys to pieces. Give this vlog a big thumbs up, and put my book on ears real quick. I love you guys. If you guys are not part of the book family, if you are new, just check things out. Thanks, guys. Give this vlog a big old thumbs up, and peace out. Book family is real quick. This next year is going to be quite different because we're going to be reading the whole entire book. Thank you, everybody. Peace out. Love my book family, you're the best.